All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our artificial intelligence course, and we're still doing our learning module. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Now, we did have to start a new learning module because our last one got kind of long, so this is the first start here. Just dive in. The general idea is that every time we encounter some data point, we adjust the weights accordingly to try and make the weights better line up with the actual data that we have access to. And we can repeat this process with data point after data point until eventually, hopefully, our algorithm converges to some set of weights that do a pretty good job of trying to figure out whether a day is going to be raining or not raining. And just as a final point about the particular equation, this one here, this value alpha here, A, you can see here, A is generally what we'll call the learning rate. It's just some parameter, some number we choose for how quickly we're actually going to be updating these weight values. So that if alpha is bigger, then we're going to update these weights values by a lot. And if the number is smaller or if alpha is smaller, then we're going to update the weight values by less. And we can choose, let me fix that for you, sorry. And we can choose the value of alpha. Depending on the problem, different weights might suit the situation better or worse than others. So after all of that, after we've done this training process of take all of this data and using a learning rule, look at all the pieces of data and use each piece of data as an indication to us of do the weights stay the same, do we increase the weights or do we decrease the weights, and if so, by how much? What we end up with is effectively a threshold function. And we can look at what the threshold function looks like this. So this would be our threshold function here, a representation of it. We have our y-axis, this is our output, and then we have our x-axis, our wx, or our weight dot x, or our weight dot input. On the x-axis, we have the output of that function, taking the weight, taking the dot product of it, taking the dot product of it with the input. And on the y-axis, we have the output. We have what the output is going to be: 0, which is in this case represents not raining, and 1, which in this case represents raining. And the way that our hypothesis function works is it is calculating this value, this weight dot input. And if it's greater than 0 or greater than some threshold value, whatever we specified it to be, then we declare that it is a rainy day. And otherwise, we declare that it is a not raining day. And that's basically what we went over tonight. We did do some more graphs that we're going to dive into later on tomorrow. I don't want to start a new process tonight because we didn't actually finish it. So I'm going to pick it up tomorrow for you guys. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. This is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.